I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Busy. Okay. Busy getting boom skis for you guys. Boom skis. Okay. So that look good. That looks good. This looks good. Number one and number two. Honestly, these days we just need to show up with two stocks. Just two stocks. Like number one, number two. That's it. Good morning, everybody. Uh, okay. So $35 is resistance for Q. We knew that already. Happy Friday, everybody. SOBR looks good too. I don't mind the way this looks. So my only issue with this one is that massive supply area. So it needs to break through that. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Friday. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Friday. What about ESPR? ESPR is not a candidate because they're getting bought out. So when a company is getting bought out, what happens is they will give the company a specific value number, and then the number they gave that company is exactly the price that it's at. That's why the stock just goes up there and just sits there. So it's not gonna go anywhere unless the offer is different. Blah blah blah. It's not going anywhere. So LABT number two. Can we get a breakout above 350? I know you guys FOMOed because when I posted the damn thing in as number two, the stock was down here because I was watching it. Right, the stock was right there when I posted this damn thing, and then all of a sudden it shoots up like that. So I'm like, okay, okay, okay. These criminals, which of you FOMOed? Which of you bought that fat green candle right there? Because somebody did it. I don't know who did it, but somebody did it. Right? Yeah. Like I think what I was hoping for was that it would come back to the bottom of this base and then consolidate and then pop at the open. But no, no, no. The criminals said, mm-mm, "We see number two, we form on number two." Anyways, good bounce though. That was a good bounce. So from $3.90 back to almost $4.40. That's not bad at all. The question now though, can this thing break above 450? Right? Can it break 450? Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You got buried with fat pipe. I don't think you want to be buried with anybody's fat pipe. Pick the yeah. Don't think you want to be buried by anybody's fat pipe. What happened? Did you not have a stop loss? You in at 380 Alvarez? Criminal. See, I knew it. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Friday, guys. We made it. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Friday. Again, so this name does look good to you, SOBR. I like the curl on this. Right? There's just a lot of resistance in the 90s. Q looks really good to you. I like this one. This was the only one I really liked this morning from a price action point of view. Um, it just looked really, really nice. The price action was very consistent, like nice and easy to follow, right? Look at that. Just higher lows, higher lows. Every dip was bought up on this thing. So a bit more expensive though, which is the downside. This is why this couldn't be number two. But anyways, $35 resistance. So if we can break and hold that level, then we can look for a brand new high. The 52-week high on this thing is $31. So it's most likely, it's gonna open above that and create a brand new 52-week high. Then we can zoom out. But yeah, this looks good for now. So those three stand out. AKAN is an absolute beast, guys, right? This thing was at $72 this morning. 72 from $3 last week. $3 to $72. That's impressive, isn't it? Right. So let's see what it does today. And then there are a few more random names on here, like WTO. Beyond Meat is just, it's super slow, but at least it's above $1. So little baby scalpies on that. And then, yeah, some other random stocks that we will take a look at if they're performing. Cool. Cool. So again, top three for now. Top three, right? Q, LABT, SOBR. Those are the top three stocks for now. Any questions? Any questions? No questions? Okay. We have 5 minutes to go. And then it's time to cook. Time to cook. Yeah, you can tell the LABT is sitting at resistance here. It's stalling in that supply zone. So it needs to break through or needs to dip. Breakthrough or dip skis. And then SOBR is also testing resistance here. Shut up, Nightbot. I still need to add that thing to Nightbot, Peter. Do that this weekend. You need to remind me because I'm like, oh, it's Saturday. Oh, I'll do it. And then Sunday. Oh, it's Monday. Okay, now it's too late. Now it's too late. Again, good morning, everybody. Hopefully you've had a good week. Alrighty, hopefully you've had a good week, and let's end the week on a good note, and then have a good weekend. Monday. Yeah. Once the weekend passes, I really, yeah. Then it's laziness at that point. You made some profits with SOBR, Jasmine. Well done. Good job. Love that. The 85th. Thank you very much, Al. Thank you for smashing the like if you have already, guys. I appreciate that. It really helps nice and early on. So thank you. Question for you guys in the chat though. What's your favorite stock going into the open? Hi there. Hi there. What is your favorite stock going into the open? Q. What do I think about it, Brian? I'll take a look. Do I think you should still be holding that FATN? Again, guys, like, it's like it's flat, right? It's flat, and it's had some really good base above like $2.80. So what do I think about this? Just make sure that it stays above that level. If it can break through $3.15, then it might be ready for another push to 330. Alrighty, but that's it. Yeah. So if it can get through 330 315, then you're looking for 330 after that. Cool. So for now, the most important level though is that 280. Cool. So hopefully it does move. Hopefully. Q again, like I said earlier, there's resistance at $35 here. Also the top gainer coming into the open. So you might see people taking some profits at the open. Alrighty, so just be cautious, please. SOBR is looking very nice though, isn't it? Yeah. SPY is your favorite stock? Yeah. No, SOBR looks really, really good. Your double top on this one is gonna be right below $1, right below $1. So Q is a scam. Why do you say it's a scam? Why do you say that? This run up is nice into the open here, but we open in 40 seconds, so that's going to be an interesting double top test. Vita. Unbelievable. You're waiting for a pullback? Yeah, you might get a pullback at the open. You can't. SOBR on Webull. See, I really don't understand why Webull has joined the restriction party now. I really don't understand, honestly. Don't understand what the point of restricting stocks that are listed on an exchange. I just don't get that. It just doesn't make any sense at all. Anyways, let's see if we get a pullback in some of these names. So Q is failing at 35 for now and back testing a little bit. LABT is moving like a snail, just sitting at the same level. SOBR is testing that double top and breaking through the double top, right? So this one say, hey, look, I'm the captain now. Look, I'm the captain. So there goes $1. See, these runs are nice if you're in a position already. You know, they're kind of annoying when you're not and the market just opened. And yeah, LABT with a bit of a pop as well, right? We know we have that resistance up in this area. So obviously it still needs to break through or needs to dip. I think a lot of you guys are hoping for a dip. But if you're in a position already because you got in earlier, just be aware that it's testing that resistance up here. Righty? So it's gonna need to break through. Q is dropping. That shouldn't be a surprise to anybody, right? Not a surprise to anybody. So pushing to brand new 52-week highs into the open, you're gonna get some selling pressure, right? The $1, this one definitely needs to give us a retrace. LABT still just chilling in that area there. It's like, what am I gonna do? Guess, guess, guess. Yeah, it looks like Q is coming all the way down to retest $30 here. Okay. So $30 would be a nice little psychological base there. If it can hold it, that would be nice. And then obviously again, $1 is going to be resistance for SOBR here. So, and this one is just chilling, just chilling there, just chilling. It's like, do you not see the resistance I'm at? What do you want from me? What do you want from? We want you to break out or do something, like don't just sit there. Don't just sit there and stare at us. Do something. Maybe this time you can do something. 438. Damn, it's almost like every time it pushes close to like 440, someone's like, nope, sell, 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 sell. Oh, there we go, 440. Is it gonna? Yup, this time. So that 450 is your resistance again, like I said earlier. So just be careful in this range, please, especially at the open, right? Please. So again, just make sure you're. Are you still at $30 in this one? Yeah, and then still failing at $1. Yeah, I'm gonna move that line up to $1 here because that's really where it should be. So those candles need to break through that level. Let's go. Where's Kyle? Kyle, I'm new. A recommendation as to when to get into SOBR. In terms of SOBR here, that thing needs to give you a retracement at some point, or honestly pop all the way up there and then come back and retest $1. Alrighty, you're sitting at the highs of the day. Eventually, it's gonna come back for a retest. So just keep in mind, Kyle. The market's been open for 3 minutes. It's been 3 minutes, right? So you're not gonna miss anything by being patient here for a little bit. Alrighty. So again, for SOBR, it looks beautiful, doesn't it? If you're in a position already, right? Beautiful. You're celebrating. Very nice, right? But if you're trying to catch the highs of the day at the open here, you can get yourself in trouble. So let it go. Eventually, it's going to come back for a retest, and then we can go from there. Cool. LABT got rejected from resistance. That really shouldn't be a surprise, which is why we say be careful, right? Market open, right? You're at a double triple top, right? It's gonna come back at some point. So they definitely slapped it to the bottom of the range, which is way nicer. Like again, this is why I don't trust these pops at the open. Like I'm gonna keep saying that every day. You want to be very careful because sometimes they get rejected way too quickly. SOBR looking very very nice. Were you waiting for that golden pocket? Yeah. What dip, Peter? That was the first dip. That was the first red candle. The very first one. Okay, $1.10. So at some point, if this thing can give us a retest and consolidation, that would be perfect. This is why Claude AI was telling me to skip AI. AI is not for stocks, Ali. AI is driven by retail and so many other things that you cannot predict, right? You just AI just doesn't have the juice. Not for momentum stocks. Technical analysis on large caps, yes. Momentum stocks, just not quite there yet. Yeah. Again, the key is like once these stocks break out at the open, that high, yeah, they're gonna keep pushing because that's where the momentum is gonna kick in, right? ALBT again, you can see that retest of the bottom, which I think is what everybody was kind of looking for here this morning on this one because it obviously was testing resistance, right? So now the question is, can we just consolidate a little bit here above this 390, right? Can we consolidate above 390 and then actually go for a proper run this time? So that's the dip everybody was kind of waiting for. Good job. 17%. Good job. Good jobs. So let's see if we can find a little basey here on this one. And then I'll go from there. SOBR is retesting $1, right? So wait for that thing to consolidate and then curl already in case it wants to go a little bit lower. Because the breakout was a little bit lower, closer to 96. So just give it a second. This is why you don't want to be FOMOing at the top there, Kyle, because you do that, they're going to slap you. Slap. We need some consolidation stocks. Again, no rush just because it's Friday, right? Friday, end of the week, no rush. Seriously, Kevin. Seriously. 77 to $1. Good job, Kevin. Not Kevin. Alex, good job. Yeah, good job. So look, it looks like we are holding that retest level, right? Sometimes it's annoying because you want to see that thing consolidate just a little bit longer there for confirmation, but sometimes they just test those levels, and then immediately pop. Not exactly what you want to see, but sometimes that happens. ISPC with a nice pop there, nice little pop. Right, so a nice little triple bottom at 580 this morning, and then a pop. See how well that thing can hold if more volume comes in. Fat Pipe is doing the same thing, right? Pushing a little bit here, so that's nice. I wonder if the volume will shift from these main names to other names. I wonder. AI is never wrong. Yes. Mm. Hmm. There you go. You think so? You think Beyond Meat is gonna hit 50 MD? Why do you think that? Why do you think it's gonna hit 50? Yeah, Q just isn't showing any signs of consolidating yet. Yeah, let's see if we can consolidate here above this again. So $3.80. We need the double bottoms, the higher lows, and then go from there. Still playing games there, so needs to give us a higher low. So retesting the base there. SOBR is holding the retest of that dollar, so that is good for now. Alrighty, again LABT just playing with that bottom there. Brian, what's your entry price on FATN again? Is it 330? Pizza. Don't worry, Pizza. Don't worry. Yeah, 330. Okay, that's not too bad then. You're less than 10 cents from that. Yeah, look at that, right? You're 7 cents away from break even. So yeah, it's not bad. Don't worry, Pizza. Don't worry. So it looks like we are holding that bottom for now on LABT. We're back above 4, right? So let's see if we can reclaim the VWAP here, though, because that's going to be really, really important. uh, what's your new entry now? Okay, SOBR is looking like the captain, isn't it? Looking like the captain. Oh, yeah. I didn't know why you did that in the first place. Okay, so that was a really good retest of a dollar, and then back to retesting the double tops on this. Right, LABT is back above 410. Right, again, beautiful double bottoms here. So pizza, you're almost back to even. Right, so again, that was just a double bottom retest, which is where you're supposed to be getting it in the first place, because that was really the first candle to the bottom. I think you yeah, like you're way too close to that supply. But yeah, let's see if we can close a candle above the VWAPs here. Alrighty. And then SOBR needs to close above $1.10 here, and then it should be ready for $1.20. 417 on this one. You pizza, you're back to green on this, right? So that's a solid bounce there for LABT. But again, that bottom was the bottom, right? That bottom was the level to be taking that gamble, right? The question for this thing though is like, can it actually get proper, proper candles and stop with like these silly candles? Because those candles look like, like crackhead candles, don't they? Like the fat green candles. We need like consistent, consistent solid candles. See what I mean? Like those candles are just wild, just all over the place. So not a huge fan of the way those candles look. Just fat green candles. Good job, Alvarez. No one asked for your sass. Worse than siblings, sinner. Kirsten, I know. It's like, what are you doing there? Okay, $1.12. uh, who sent you there? Doo-doo. Mm. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. We need some proper boomskis here today. Can still looks good, guys. We're not really talking about this one a whole lot, but it still looks nice. A nice little double bottom at 54, and then back to retesting 64, which is your next resistance. It's actually halted up. Yeah, AKAN has halted up. Alrighty, and we're still trying to close properly above this $10 level for SOBR. Same thing for the stupid LABT stock, right? Like those candles are just all over the place, just causing chaos. Right? So we're just in a range for now, just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, which is kind of annoying. Which is annoying. But yeah, AKAN is halted up. Uh, yeah. I mean, if you woke up this morning and saw it at 70 something dollars, Kirsten, yeah, that would have been the play. Is it the next? I mean, it has been the next, right? From 3 to 70 something. It doesn't mean it has to go to $300 though, like SMX did. Uh, can you explain to a knob what resistance means? Resistance basically just means, think about it, right? Resistance. Let's say you're walking, you're walking, close your eyes, right? And walk in the dark or something like that. And then once you hit something, you're gonna know you hit resistance. So resistance for a stock is just a level that it's gonna struggle at. It doesn't mean it's not gonna break through, right? It's just a level that it's struggling at. That's simply it. Alrighty. So it takes a bit more. Like it takes a bit more. It takes a bit more. I knew someone was gonna do that, pizza. I knew it. Um, it just takes a bit more buying pressure for that thing to break through that level. Yeah. Alrighty. Don't worry, Randy. We're coming for you. You and Pizza. We're coming for both of you. Both of you coming. Don't worry. Coming for both of you. Okay, so SOBR looks like it wants to break through that $10. It just needs to break through and close above it. uh, okay. What's your position, Jasmine, in CERS? What's your position in that play? Let me know. I'm not paying that much for this stock. Yep, exactly. And once it breaks through that level, they're like, you know what? On a second thought, you know what? Maybe I do want to pay more for this. Then that's how they. You know what? Maybe I do want to pay more for this. Doo, doo, doo. Now let's see. These candles are fighting to close above that $10. Fighting, fighting, and it looks like we're about to make brand new highs here. That last high was $1.15. And there goes brand new highs for SOBR. Brand new highs of the day on this one. Yeah, breakout. They said, you know what, maybe I do want to pay more for that. So like we said earlier, if we can close above $10, you're looking for $20. That would be the next, like psychological level there. And LABT just keeps doing silly, stupid stuff. Like it's holding the base, but we don't need it to hold the base. We need it to go to the upside. Do what SOBR is doing. AIOS halted up. There goes $1.19. So that $20 is your next little wall, right? So once we close above $10, you're looking for $20. And again, that $20 is going to be your next little resistance there. A canister halted up right below resistance. FATN still looks okay with resistance at 330 there, Brian. Q is just doing absolutely nothing, right? It's looking for a bit of consolidation here, but it's not really doing much. Not really doing much. And then there goes a can with the on hold. So brand new highs. Brand new highs. Oh Lord, good thing I wasn't looking at the chat. Lives his life on the down low. Unbelievable. It is only option. I have nothing to say to Dan this morning. Nothing. Nothing at all. All I need is some stocks to go boom skis, and just keep going boom skis. That's it. Nothing. Um, Kyle, you're asking questions. You're very new to the community. You're asking questions. Tell me exactly what to look for and when to buy an SOBR. Kyle, how do I answer your question? This is like showing up to a job and tell me that you show up to the job for the first day instead of taking your time and relaxing. You know, your question is, hey, today's day one. Tell me exactly how to do the job on the first day so I can know exactly what to do. Kyle, sit back, relax for a little bit. As the day goes on, you're gonna learn more stuff. Alrighty, this is not something you're gonna figure out exactly what to do. We're exactly going to buy. Alrighty, yeah. Please. Yeah. I know, right? Yeah. It's Friday. Can we relax a little bit, guys? I almost didn't stream today. I was tired. Like, you know what? I'm pretty tired today. It's been a long week. I need a vacation. Anyways, yeah, they slapped the damn thing. They're like, you know what, pizza? Screw you. Unbelievable. Yeah, this thing really needed to break out of that resistance or simply just hold above the golden pocket, and it couldn't do any of that. Yeah, when those candles are long like that, it's usually very suspicious. Very suspicious. You want to see like a slow trend, not super weird candles like that. Those two green candles are sus. So annoying. SOBR is definitely looking like the best one, right? So broke through $1.20 for now. Yeah. You're glad you trusted me, Randy? Is today your first day? I think some of you guys, like if someone could like chew food and spit in your mouth, you would definitely eat it. You know? Like if so what you're looking for on a daily basis is for someone to do this yum 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 yum, open wide, open your mouth so you can eat the damn food. That's what you're looking for, isn't it? Right? Of all the yapping we do every single day on this stream and technical analysis and this and that, hey, look for this, hey, do this, hey, do this, hey, do this, right? All you do is you show up on this stream and you're like, chew for me, please. I just bought the number two. I trust you. Number two, forget about everything else, the technical analysis. You know what? I'm just going to close my eyes and focus on the fact that it's number two, right? Just number two. That's it. And if it goes wrong, but I trusted you. It was number two. Shut the hell up, Randy. Shut the hell up. You want me to chew the food and spit in your mouth so you can eat the food then? Right? Do you have a plan at all? Don't make me fight you this morning because it's Friday and today is one of those days that I need some coffee. So I will roast you. Yeah, he is tired and cranky. Definitely cranky. I'm definitely cranky today. Ah. Unbelievable. I know, right? It's like all the days, all the days that number two's gone up 100% or more. All the days. Randy's not like, thank you so much. No. The one day or the 2 days, Randy's like, but I trusted you. I'm gonna start putting AMC at number two so you guys can stop complaining about it. Yeah. Anyways. No, again, like my hope for you guys, this is why I don't post signals more. Like I would love to post signals. Intimidated by Dan? No, I would love to post signals more. Love that. And we've had this conversation multiple times. I would love to post signals a lot more. But you know what? Someone's always going to complain. Someone's always going to be like, oh, but this one time it didn't work. Oh my gosh, I lost monies. Right? This is also why we stopped sharing. Like we used to stream every day on stream and like we would share like entries, like, hey, we're getting in right now, we're selling right now, we're getting in right now, we're selling right now. Like we did that all day on stream every single day, right? But then every so often someone would complain. Why? Because they didn't have a stop loss. I'm like, okay, you watched us on stream sell this position at this price, then you kept it overnight, you came the next day and then you're like, but I lost money. Like, did you watch us sell the stock? Do you have your own plan? Right? Which is why we stopped doing that. So now people are like, okay, how come we never know your position? It's because someone's always complaining about something. Always complaining, right? Because we can, yeah, we can spend all day. You can cancel your membership, Randy. Just cancel it if you need to. Alrighty. If you're getting nothing from the education, every single day education, education, if you're getting nothing from it, cancel your membership. If I needed $100 or $50, you know what? I would say, Dan, send me a $50 super chat, and Dan would do it. Okay? If I really needed your membership money that bad, I would, yeah. Okay? Okay. Are we on the same page? Alrighty, so let's focus on the education. Cool. So if we can sit all day on here, right, educate you, do classes on the weekend, and you're all you're looking for is to say, oh, I trust you. Number two, let's go all in and don't have a plan, then you're doing something wrong. Alrighty? Promise. I promise. Cool. That's it. Like, yeah. There you go. Yep. Yep. There you go. Right? Anyways. Yeah, there you go. Right. So we talk about what stock is that? Let me take a look at SPY too. Take a look at SPY. Now, I'm definitely sassy today. So if you come, you will definitely get it. You definitely get it. Here, go get a massage later. Damn. I do need a massage. I need the weekend. I uh I need to I'm telling you, I almost didn't stream this morning. I was so tired. I don't know why. I was just exhausted. Dan, let's go. You know what? Maybe I should book a massage. Yeah. I need to relax a little bit so I can come back next week, a bit more relaxed. Yeah. Jay, don't you have a membership already? What does that mean? I mean, scroll down, Jay. There's a different level below that. It says legend. Yeah, scroll down. I thought you had a membership already, Jay. Dan, thank you for the super chat. Every time I go for a massage, they're like, why are your muscles so tight? Like, you see these muscles you see these muscles? No, thank you, Jasmine. Thank you. Thank you. And again, all joking aside though, I promise I'm just, when I roast, I like genuinely there's no hate, there's nothing involved. I'm just trying to make light of a situation. I promise. Alrighty. So I promise I'm not, so there's nothing negative to it. There's nothing. I'm just trying to make a point, right? Like, this community is built on education, making sure you have the right education, the right tools, the right ideas, so then you can make that decision, right? So if we're not streaming tomorrow, you can say, hey, like, I learned this and this and this and this. I know what I'm looking for, right? That's the point I'm trying to make, right? Simply just trying to make sure that we focus on the right things rather than like, can you imagine just saying, hey, like, I'm just, like, we joke about this all the time, and I've said this too, right? Like, when number two, right, we've said this all the time, like, like, we hope it keeps working, right? And I will pick a stock that I think should perform, right? But it's still like a thing where you have to do the analysis. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not just like you show up and you're like, hey, number two, let me just jump in at any price because it's number two. Like, that isn't really, like, that's silly behavior if you ask me. right? So there's usually a lot more to, yeah. Alrighty. Yeah, SPY is cooking. Are you looking for these gaps? Yeah, I think again we said 7:30, right? 7:30. 7:30 for SPY and then some puts. Anybody ready for puts? Yeah, so again, it looks like we're ending the month really, really strong here. Well, I mean, the month ended already, but we're starting the new month really strong. So if we look at the cycle again, the market cycle, yeah, you can kind of see too, like when you look at this cycle chart, it's almost like we get a nice little pop, like to start the new month, and then we start looking super, super choppy. Yeah, anyways, but yeah, the markets look very strong. So we're not complaining. Not complaining. On a single more educated since I've been watching you, Dylan. Good, good, right? So that's what we want to do. That's what we want to do. Again, SOBR dipped and retested that dollar area again, the 50 EMA, and it's bouncing back up. Alrighty, so let's hope it can at the very least stay above this $1 and then reclaim $1.20. Again, unfortunately, LABT, right, not really working as it should. Why? Because again, the candles just couldn't break out, right? So if you're not breaking out and the volume shifts somewhere else, then you have a problem, right? And again, if I ask you guys, like the amount of times we put a stock number two, like the amount of times, right? The amount of times we put a stock number two and it's exploded, right? It's pretty wild, which is why you guys like using that, right? So the amount of times we put a stock number two and it's gone up 50%, 100%, whatever it's done, right? Like there is not a strategy in the world that you can use that's accurate 100% of the time. Find it, send it to me. Let's see. Alrighty. There's not a single strategy, right? Whether it's the golden pocket, the 200 EMA demand zones, there is not a single strategy that's right 90% of the time. So then it's a game of odds, right? I have a strategy that works 70% of the time. So then the remaining 30 or 20 or 10%, I make sure that I have a really good stop loss, right? That's it, right? There's just not a strategy that works every single time, right? Yeah. So when someone shows up to the chat and they're like, "Oh, I thought it worked all the time," I know, right? And again, honestly, right? When I posted number two this morning, right? The damn thing was down here, right? Because I know, because Peter texted me, right? The damn thing was down there. The stock was down there, and it went to the double top, right? So did it work? Who knows? Did it work? Maybe, right? Maybe. You're gonna buy some SPY zero DTE puts. Don't worry, SPY is definitely gonna squeeze today. I'm kidding. No, I think yeah, not a horrible gamble, pizza. Not a horrible gamble. Uh, okay. Apple's up 5%. It's pretty impressive. Very impressive. Looks like Q finally found a double bottom here, though. $26 double bottom. 26. If they can get back above $30, then maybe you can resume that run. Yeah, Amazon had really good earnings. Ayo, Ahmad, good morning. You just shorted Meta around 613. You shorted Meta. Let's take a look. At $613, 955. I mean, you're up $1, and Meta looks pretty weak actually. The fact that the markets are cooking and Meta looks like that, yeah, I think that's fine. Just make sure that it stays below the 200 EMA though, please, because if that thing breaks above the 200 and it starts catching up to the other stocks, you could be in trouble. Alrighty, so it's not a bad short at all, and obviously you're green on that position for now. So maybe yeah, maybe Make sure that you can stay. Make sure you stay green. Alrighty, so you're in at 613. It's at 611.50 for now. So yeah, it looks very weak compared to all the other large caps, right? Super super weak. Yeah. So hopefully it stays like that for you on for your position. Pizza? Let's go. Did you cook? Did you make a nice 20%? Peter ran quick. Peter said, "You know what? That's it." Um, okay. I am not following my rules and using the technical analysis. No, Pam. Yeah. Right. So, like, when it comes to the markets, like you have to be accountable for the decisions you're making, which is why we make sure that we try and make sure that you know exactly what you're doing, right? By talking about all these different things and why this is working, why this isn't working. You know what I mean? So, you have to be accountable with the decisions you're making, and you have to make sure that the decisions you're making fit a strategy, a rule, something that you've worked on, right? Something that you've worked on. And let's go. Good job, Salat. Well done. You ready for the weekend? Enjoy the weekend. Yeah, AKAN looks like it's making brand new highs here, so $68. Q is also pushing back for that $30 resistance here, so see if it breaks through. It looks like it is breaking through. Yeah, so Q looks way better there now. Way better. Yeah, pizza 725 wasn't too bad. Too bad you ran quick though. Hopefully you made some nice little monies. No. What happened? Why is Alex putting fighting words in the chat? Why is Alex, why are you putting fighting words in the chat? What happened? Yeah, I don't know what Alex is fighting about. Yep, there you go. Taha is voted off the island Jews. Speaking of which, I need to watch Survivor tonight. I need to watch Survivor. Uh, then again, that's Alex though. Alex shows up every day to fight. So not really. So no, ISPC is right there. It's not really doing anything. Soul of Jerry, it's not really doing anything, right? ISPC, I have it up. It's not going anywhere. Right? It's on a mini downtrend here, so it needs to break above that. It's not really going anywhere. I know, David. See what happens when we don't get boomskis? Everybody gets very feisty, very feisty. You're in at 390. Rumteen, I'll take a look. T. I looked at that one. It was getting and then 72 for a can. By the way, a can has halted up. Yeah, a can has halted up at 72.40. So really nice push. This stock is so impressive. The pre-market high was that 72. So it was 72.99. So $73. So it looks like it's pushing for that level now. Yeah. Anyways, but yeah, so good job on this one though. Rumteen 390. That's a good entry. You have a double top coming up here at 450 though. 450, 460. Alrighty, but I do like your entry. So good curl. Alrighty, just be ready to run away though if it starts stalling here between 350 and 360, just because of the double top. Alrighty, so here it comes. So again, like this level right here. Cool. It's looking really good for now. If it breaks through, no problem. But if it starts stalling there, you might need to take some profits. Alrighty. And again, so a can is halted up here. Uh, Jasmine, you need 4 screens for like all the stocks. Um, you can get like you know how they have like that little like laptop extender screen thing. You can get that. Alex's photo. Where? s- no, 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 no. Is it working now, Hacks? Okay, good. Okay. Yeah, I think yeah, because I saw a message this morning that said but it never really came through till like after the open now. It says something about, they're having issues with the news feed for the voice scanner. But then we have the one. That's why we have two different scanners, because that, sometimes the voice one has issues a lot. The non-show bot is the goat though. The goat. That one is always working. It's ready, MD. Let me know when it breaks above $1.15. Then maybe I'll agree with you. Maybe SOBR is just doing a good job of holding above $1 in the 50 EMA. Yeah, Jasmine, they do. So look it up on Amazon. It's like a thing where you put it around your laptop, and there's a screen on the right hand side and there's a screen on the left hand side. That might help you out a little bit more. It does, Hacks. Yeah, yeah. They were having issues this morning, so it looks like they fixed it. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, look at that one from Dan, and look at that rejection there. Rumteen, did you run or did you stay? Did you run or did you stay? So yeah, they just rejected the damn thing of that resistance, right? So $4.50 said nope, slap it. So like I said, right, if that thing is stalling a little bit there, just run. Don't hesitate, especially when you add a double top like that. You saw that 440, good job, well done. Yeah, because if you didn't, you'd be right in that position for now. So AKAN is unhalted, guys. 75 $75 on this crazy thing. You sold Amazon too soon? Yeah. Yeah. No, this has been an impressive run now. Mm, okay. Yep. So $1.20. I hate how they're just giving it, wicks now, but at least it's holding up. From news stocks. News. What do you mean news? Oh, like the initial spike. There's a way to play that though, right, Jasmine? There's a class in Discord. Watch that class. What do I think about SOBR? I like it because it's holding above $1. It needs to reclaim $1.20 though. Alrighty, but I do like it. 260 for May 15. Damn. Shish. Yep. That's okay, Dan. At least you made some money though. GOVX. GOVX. Do, 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 do. Hmm. You did? Of yeah. It's super slow, but yeah, at least it's bouncing off the 90s, Stephanie. Super, super slow. Honestly, at this point, they might as well just take a can to $100 and beyond. Yeah. 280 is what you're looking for. I don't like that it's below the golden pocket and the 200 EMAs now. So yeah, I can see where you're getting that 280 from, right? But that's also the beginning of the move. So at that point, I don't think you really want to be paying attention to it. So you might as well just, yeah. Yep. No, it definitely has good volume. We need that volume to come through at $1.20. It looks doable, Mike. Yeah. Good, 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 good. Yeah. Good, good, good. Yeah, they look very cool, Mike. Like it makes your life a little bit easier. And it's not like you're getting two other laptops. You're just getting two other screens, but they're not like massive screens. So which is good. Okay, there you go. You had no idea they existed? Yeah. I think, is that what Dan posted in the chat? Yeah. And then they just plug it into your computer and then you have two extra screens now. Yeah. Yeah, it's a very cool idea. Yeah, they look, yeah, laptop. It's like yeah, like that, like this. Okay, this one's on sale on Amazon, obviously. Yeah, they look like that, which is pretty cool, isn't it? Like, look at that, right? That's very cool. Yeah, they you just plug it into a power source into the computer, obviously, and then it just goes around. Like now you have like two extra screens. Cool, right? Mom, do you want to join Discord? If you want to join us in Discord, click this link at the bottom of the chat um, from Nightbot, and then sign up for a level that doesn't say sold out. For the DR, Chris? Okay, good. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. And then you could always like you could have Discord on one screen, right? And then you could have charts on the other screens. Or you could do like split screens, obviously, right? And then you could execute the trades on your phone, like if you really needed to. You know what I mean? So between three of those and your phone, you should have enough. Yeah. Red. I know, right? Yeah. Yes, yes. Very cool. For some reason, SOBR doesn't want to get above $1.20. So we obviously know that's resistance. It doesn't want to break above that level for some damn reason. Hmm. Okay. One of these for the laptop. War. Yeah. Nice. There he goes. Finally broke through. So $1.23. See if that candle can close above though, and then actually get moving. No, 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 no. And then the previous high of the day was $1.26, and looks like it's going for it. 126. So again, we broke above that double top, so now you're looking at this level here. So the double top. I'm working from a cash account. How do I get to the next account level, Bishop? What do you mean the next account level? What does that mean? So you have a cash account, right? You mean like a margin account? Um, I think if you're new to the market, Bishop, I would stick with the cash account. I would stick with the cash account already. No, 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 no. There you go. So yeah, you're hitting a double top there now for the stock, and then massive rejection there. Massive rejection. A new candle. No, it's just a double top, Jasmine. Tip. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Yes, yes. Yeah, no, just stick with the cash account, Bishop. You know, find a good way to break up the funds so you have multiple trades a day, but you really don't need a margin account for now until they take away the PDT rule, and then you can switch if you want to, right? There's really no need for a margin account. You're just wasting your time at this point. Is there a class tomorrow? Yeah, I was planning on doing a Q&A tomorrow, Ali. I was planning on doing a Q&A tomorrow. And I just have to figure out the time. Just have to figure out the time. I was considering doing it in the afternoon, like instead of the early morning, like do it in the afternoon, like 3 p.m., 3 p.m., 4 p.m. Eastern, stuff like that. Do you guys like the mornings more? I think you guys like the mornings more for classes. But yeah, um, I think the when I do a Q&A, like you don't like the mornings, especially on a Saturday. That's true. Yeah, when we do classes like yeah, no, that's fine. I think we're gonna do the afternoon easier, unless it's too early. Yeah, yeah. The mornings I don't mind. It doesn't really matter to me. But when I do a Q&A, a Q&A, like when I do a class, like when we do a specific topic class, I don't mind because I really don't need you there anyways. If you don't show up, I really don't need you there. Why? Because it's going to be recorded, and when you wake up, you can watch the class, right? When it's a Q&A, I need you there because if you're struggling with anything, I need you to ask, right? I need you to ask those questions and this and this. Um, no, so the Q&A is for everybody, will, right? The Q&A will be for everybody. So just a general class. Everybody that has a question, show up and ask. Yeah. So AKAN is just a beast, guys. That thing just keeps going and going and going. Is anybody still holding any of their shares for AKAN? Anybody? 76, 77. Very nice. Hmm, interesting. Okay. 22, Tommy. Very nice. Very nice. I like that. Yeah. You want to get back in, neighbor? Yeah, maybe not, obviously not at the highs of the day, but you're gonna get a dip eventually. Yeah. It broke above 77 really quickly on this last candle and then came back down. You have 100 shares, you're still holding 100 shares of it? Okay, nice. Congratulations. Big monies. Big monies. I mean, you do have a bit of support here around $1.10, Ali. So just make sure it stays above that 50 EMA. Why? Because that's the level it's been holding this entire time. Right, so you see that little 50 EMA there, you're going to need to have a tight stop loss. If it closes below that level, you want to get rid of it. Alrighty, so maybe wait for a little bit here for it to consolidate and start curling back up there. Alrighty, just give it a second. Right, I wouldn't immediately rush in because you can still see the selling pressure coming in. Alrighty, so but you do have some support around this area though. So if you do take a position, just make sure that it holds above. Rumteen, okay, yeah, it looks like it's curling again. So good job. Yeah, right above the golden pocket on a TLIH. Yeah, nice. You sold 200 shares at 72. Wow, good job. It broke below. Yeah, it's breaking below. Yeah, so that's why you want to be careful, right? Don't immediately just take a position because that's support. You need to see that thing actually consolidate, especially when you're testing it over and over. The more you test, the more evidence you need. So just give it a second and see if it holds. Give it a bit more time. It's finally moving up. ISPC, sure. Yeah, I mean, again, it's still in the same range. Nothing's really changed for this thing, but it looks okay. right? It looks completely okay. There's nothing wrong with it. So you just have a lot of resistance right around like 650, 660. Alrighty. Look at that. It's failing again at that resistance, right? Like nothing's changed, um, Jerry. Nothing's changed. $6 has been holding up really nicely, but every time we get up to this area, it fails. uh, did you guys ban Alex? Did you ban him, or did you block him? What did you do? You let's go, Peter. Let's go. You cooked them. Let's go. Did you win a lot of money? Let's go. Let's go. You kicked him out. Let's go, Dan. Peter, what? Yeah, one of these times you need to go to that one of the Vegas tournaments, and I'm gonna come. You know, come eat and watch poker. Yeah. Some people are just here to cause chaos, Dan. We really don't need rubbish. There's really no value. No positive vibes, no laughs. Alex adds no value, so get him the hell out of here. Let's go, Peter. That's a nice win. Yeah, that is nice. Do it again. Did you win some poker merch? Take some poker merch with you. Next time you clean them, tell them to yeah. See, at least chaos with you and Peter. At least that's fun. At least it's positive chaos. You know. There goes $77, guys. Every dip on this damn stock is being bought up. Yeah, every dip on this thing is getting bought up. Brand new highs again. $78, guys. Damn. Who's Alex? Not important. You did miss some drama, Joya. You missed a lot of drama today. Someone was complaining because number two wasn't working at Joya. Complaining. Ah, yes, I wasn't there. Like number two isn't working. I trusted you. Like, dude, really? All the times it worked, and the one time it didn't. You're gonna complain about the one time. Anyways, Jan 2027 is okay. Uh, okay, I'll respond to that in a second. Yeah. Yep. Got too caught up in the number two joke. Yeah. Yes, yes. Jerry, what's your entry? What's your entry in ISPC? It does look okay though. It just needs to give you a breakout. What's your entry price on this thing? What is your entry price? So yeah, if ISPC can break out of that resistance there, then that would be good. You can see though, like as soon as you look to the left hand side, that level has been resistant for a damn long time, very long time, right? Yeah. You can do it. 587. That's a good entry. 587 is a really good entry. So yeah, you just need that breakout above resistance here, and then that thing can follow a can. Daryl says, you got to be 8 out of 10. I know, Daryl. Someone's always gonna complain though. It doesn't matter whether it's one time or yeah, someone's always gonna complain. That is okay. Uh, hmm. Let's go, Alvarez. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. Did SPY just keep dropping after Peter took those puts? It did. It did, Peter. Damn. It did. Those zero DTEs would have been nice. To be fair, though, when you sold that position, it did go back up and make brand new all-time highs, almost at 725, and then they slapped it. Yeah, yeah, Rob. Those zero DTEs would have been so beautiful. Now you'd be up 100% on those damn things. Yeah, but you did the right thing, though. You could have got back in if you wanted to. Did the right thing. Yeah, when it's running like that, at some point that you get these healthy, nasty pullbacks, and then it resumes back to the upside. Number nine, stock war. Number nine. Yeah, no, Peter. Yeah, there was nothing wrong with that. Yeah, because technically, what you would have done is if that thing broke above that previous high, you might have sold that position for a loss, and then yeah. Now it's at 50 cents. Damn. I think you maybe want to stop looking at that thing before it goes to $1. Yeah, so Jerry, we're basically just failing at the same resistance over and over, right? So if you see right there again, since pre-market, right? So ISPC really needs to break out of that resistance. If it does, then it's ready for a bigger push. So yeah. 2 days gambles on days profit. Thank you for the last. Well done, Alvarez. Yeah, good job. Congratulations. And those are some very good trades. Congrats. Love it. Dang, the markets did retrace nicely here. A lot of these names sold off a little bit. Bitcoin's holding up well, though. Hopefully, Bitcoin has a fire weekend. Looks like Iran attacked. Is that why? Iran strikes hit have damaged at least 14 US across in some cases leaving that looks like it doesn't look like it's a current event though. You know what I mean? It doesn't look like it's a current event because they're saying CNN investigation finds, right? So yeah, it looks like an event that took place and they're investigating. Yeah. $1.11. Okay. Yeah, it needs to reclaim that 50 EMA. It's not the worst entry, alley, right? Yeah, yeah. It looks like past analysis. Yeah. I think if it was current, I think we'd see a fat, nasty red candle. This looks like just overbought because those candles are nice and steady on the way down. So it's a steady decline. Old report, yeah. And again, every dip on a can is just getting bought up. Every single dip. Yeah. Hmm. There you go, Ali. It's trying. Trying. So yeah, definitely not a bad area. Your fourth scalp, nice. Good job. Looks like it needs a bit more volume now. Needs a bit more volume because those candles are looking a bit suspicious. Beyond Fake Meat just has no juice for now, but it is still holding the 90s, which is okay. Still holding the 90s. Anyways, yeah. Dan, what's for breakfast today? What's for breakfast? Yeah, let me take a look at the other one. The other one we haven't really looked at today, AIOS. This one's done good too. Yeah, it looks like they on halted it and just exploded the damn thing. You know, these candles, like it's so difficult to play stuff like this, which is why we don't pull it up. You know, you almost have to FOMO, right? Like these candles are just, when you play stuff like this, you almost have to FOMO into it. I mean, it was a good retest earlier to the golden pocket and then the curl back above, which is nice, right? But yeah, you almost have to FOMO into that stuff. That's a boring breakfast then. Uh, yeah, damn, and it's halted up again. Is anybody in this one? Anybody in this one? Okay. Dan doesn't like that part. Yeah. It has too many calories in there, Peter. The part that tastes amazing, you know? Uh, tomorrow is May 2nd. Okay. Mm, this is about body composition, not taste. I mean, so the idea, David, is that um, every time I explain this, you know, I laugh because their explanation doesn't make any sense because it doesn't always fit that explanation. But the idea is that when a stock moves too quickly, too fast, right? So if it moves too quickly in too small of a time frame, right, they're supposed to halt it so people can, you know, gather their thoughts. A halt was initially implemented like way back in the day when stocks were crashing, right? That's the whole reason for the halt. They used halts back in the day because stocks would be crashing a whole bunch, you know, especially the bigger stocks, the exchanges, right? So they're like, hey, the market's crashing, why, everybody's panicking, let's halt the market so people can relax and understand that they don't need to be panicking. You know, like take a deep breath. There's no need to panic. The markets are crashing, yes, but take a deep breath, right? That was the whole idea. Now they use it for the upside as well. And it's just that when the markets move too quickly, too fast, and again, too quickly in a small amount of time, they're supposed to halt it. But we've also seen stocks that explode and no halts, right? So, but yeah, it's you know sometimes it's a momentum killer, definitely to the upside. Not always though, because sometimes we like halts on the way up. You know, honestly, sometimes like being in a position when it's halted is a blessing, right? Because we've seen stocks halt at $2, open at $3, but you might have sold that stock at 250 though, right? We've seen a stock halt at $30, open at 35, but you might have sold at 32. So like, it's annoying, when a stock is about to break out, but it's a blessing when it's already broken out and it just looks like blue skies. Yeah, SOBR was curling, it just doesn't have enough volume anymore. Again, this Friday price action on some of these stocks is super, super suspicious. Josh, ayo, ayo. When my wife is yelling at me, damn. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You're so lucky, Dan. You're so lucky your wife isn't here. Oh my goodness, she'd be yelling at you right now. Yeah, no, SOBR is doing a really good job of holding the base, but it needs the volume to the upside. Good morning, Josh. Good to see you. SST. This one was on the list from last night. It just didn't do anything this morning until right now. Okay. Yeah, CAN looks like it stalled and rounded off at 79. And now it's retesting a demand zone here. Pizza? Yep. How can you tell? When I say a stock looks sus, it's always hard for me to explain stuff like that. But when I say a stock looks sus, it's because of the way the candles move, right? There's like a slow organic nature to a stock sometimes. That's what I was saying earlier this morning about LABT, right? Like there's a slow organic nature to a stock that's nice, right? It's like slow, steady, like we're breaking levels really nicely. But then on some stocks, right, like the candle just spikes out of nowhere, right? It just spikes out of nowhere. When I see stuff like that, I think it's suspicious. When it's a breakout, it's a different thing. Like if it's a breakout above resistance, that's a different story. But like sometimes when it's bouncing off the bottom like that and the candles are super long, I'm very skeptical. Very, very skeptical. That's kind of the same thing when you see a candle like that for SOBR, it's like, right? When I see a candle like that, I'm like, okay, you know what? I'd like to see a slow organic curl off the bottom, not a candle like that, right? It doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but hopefully it makes a bit of sense. Whereas when you look at a stock, I don't know, like sometimes we don't really have a stock that's like even like this one's been spiking today, but it also kind of looks a bit suspicious. Like it looks good, but it's so suspicious. Um, yeah, like yeah, exactly, Peter. Exactly. So this one's halted up again. AIOS. AIOS. A good example of that might actually be Spy, right? Because Spy has a yeah. Delete. Let this thing actually load. Yeah, I don't know. Like even Spy looks a bit suspicious, but like if you look at the open, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but you can just tell. There's something to be said for a stock that is just slowly, just breaking through levels. Whereas when you're sitting at a key spot and you just spike like that, I think someone's trying to trap people in a position. You know. Anyways, yeah, yeah. Every candle on this thing is a halt. Every candle is a halt. Azul is just having a good morning with it. I think they've done a split, which is why that 52-week high says $119. $119. Eventually, people abandon ship and move to something else. Exactly, Josh. Exactly. Which again is kind of similar to what happened with this one this morning, right? So when you just keep failing at resistance like that, eventually it breaks below that support. True. And again, honestly, to me, right? If we look at this stock, right? So I sometimes I really know people are not learning, right? So I know they're not learning because if we ask you what's a good entry for this stock, you're like, duh, right? Close to the bottom, right? Close to the bottom. Okay, cool. If you take that position close to the bottom, right? And we break below that support, really, what have you lost here? 10 cents? Okay, cool. Is that a problem? Better not be a problem, right? Better not be a problem. If losing 10 cents is a problem, you're too heavy. Anyways, okay. AKAN is bouncing up to 50 again here. Uh, Blake, you're in a position, so you're just waiting for the next on halt. You can basically just put a limit order too. No body shaming. You can put a limit order below the current price and it should execute on the next on halt, right? Or you could just do a market order. Some brokers don't let you do that though, but you can do it. Um, yeah, that one's been slow and steady today. Super, super slow but steady to the upside. ATOM. Yeah, slow and steady. Right? So again, stuff like this, right? You can look at this and you're like, oh, you know what? These candles look nice, right? Um, and then you look at some of the other ones and you're like, that looks dangerous. Yeah. Yeah, Blake, yeah, if you really want to get out of the position because it's a China stock, yeah, just, put that order in there so it executes for you. Because sometimes I find that people are waiting for the stock to on halt so they can go put the details in. By the time you do that, it's either halted up again or it's halted down, right? And then you're like, uh-oh. Especially if it's halted down, now you're in big trouble because it's going to open, below. Are you still in that same position? Are you still in that position for TLH? Because I know you got back. I know you got back in around 350 ish. You are 360. Okay, good job. Yeah, that's a nice W. That is a nice double bottom there. I think this time you're gonna have to be careful at 420, but that's still a nice entry. So good job. Yeah. So 420 and then back to that 460. Alrighty. If it can break through 420, so make sure you move that stop loss up. At the very least, I think you want to stay above. You want to stay above 390 on this one now. You want to stay above that VWAP. There goes. There goes. Oof! Damn. They're gonna halt it up again. Are you still in the position, or did you sell this time, Blake? Damn, that thing is flying. Sheesh. 25.30, guys. 171%. You sold at 24. Congratulations. Well done, Blake. Congrats. Yeah. This is the type of stuff that when you sell that position, you really don't worry about it too much. You know? You sell and you move on. You sell and you move on. Yeah. That is a nice push. Yeah. And again, like when that thing is halted up like that, it's gonna open higher anyways. So then you get the higher price, Blake, which is what happened, right? So it was halted at 22, but you got 24, right? So that was excellent. Uh, I see. I see why people are. Yeah. No, it really needs to break out. ISPC looks fine to me. It just needs to break out, right? So nice, Alexander. Well done. I like that. Congrats. Yeah, $25 basically. 19 to 25. Good job. Is anybody still holding this one? Like I said, this is the type of stock that you have to just FOMO into if you're interested in, You have to just FOMO and pray. FOMO and pray. That's it. Jack is Beyond Meat curling. Is it probably that thing loves a dollar, like you know. Uh, that's what happens, Peter, when Dan doesn't hit that daily goal. His wife shows up, shows up and yells at him. Yeah. Uh, if Josh doesn't hit the daily goal, Rachel's gonna be like, "That's okay, honey. You hit the daily goal tomorrow." Dan's wife has performance review. Did you do this today? No? Okay. No breakfast for you. No breakfast. Okay, there we go. Yeah, look at that. So right below that 420 there, Rumteen, TLIH got rejected. So it needs to close these candles above the VWAP. If not, you're gonna see a bit of a sell-off again, right? It looks like it's holding 390 for now though, which is the level we set to pay attention to. So yeah, watch that level closely. AKAN is just chilling here now, just chilling like a villain. 10, 11, 12. Okay, and then ATOM is still in that same range. Yeah. Pizza, have a wonderful weekend as well. Have a wonderful weekend. 7 alerts so far. How was that FOMO? You know what I mean, Frankie. You know what I mean. Yes. Yeah. No, I know. Yeah. Uh, I just saw Dan. Cook him. Uh, where she wants me now? She uses leverage. Yes. Josh. Jet blue. Why is that thing moving? Why? AKAN is such an impressive stock. I don't know how they're holding this thing up here, but it's very impressive. Yeah, very impressive. Literally every dip to the 50 EMA on this thing is being bought up. Every dip. Is that on halted? No, still 25.50, 25.30. 25.30. Morgan Stanley raised its price target for Apple to 330. It's a $15 raise. What does that do? Criminals. What's the move on SOBR? No move. There's no move on this, right? Like that one candle there was too suspicious for me. There's no move unless it can find a way to consolidate at $1 here. So if you're interested in this, watch this little range here. Watch this level here for consolidation. If it doesn't hold that level, then it's done. Ready? Done, done, done. Yeah. I mean, if they keep halting it like this, yeah. If they keep halting that thing like this, one of these candles will be $30, Josh. Yeah, no, again, if you're holding this thing though, guys, like Make sure it doesn't go below $25 because if it does, they're gonna halt it down. Alrighty, it most likely will open higher than the current halt, right? Above 25. You don't want to let it go back below this halt price because if it does, there's a really good chance that they halt it down. And then if it halts down, there's a really good chance after that it opens lower than the halt. So 99, okay. Yes, look for some consolidation in that area. Okay. Yeah, very tight. So, so again, it looks like it's holding for now, right? So hopefully it holds, consolidates, and then curls back up. Okay. Did they extend the halt to? Let me take a look. Yeah, they're doing the stupid 10-minute halt. 10-minute hold on this one. So in another minute here. Another minute. Just over a minute. There you go. That was an excellent that was an excellent bounce, Rumteen. So that 390 became an excellent level. Right. So when you're in a position like that and it breaks out above the VWAP like that, so resistance at the VWAP and then the breakout, it's gonna come back with a retest. So that's the level you needed to hold, right? So yeah, that was a really good retest. So now you almost want to see that thing start pushing closer to the 450. I don't think you want 350. You want the 450s instead. And so that 420 area is still acting as resistance. Obviously, like when you look at that supply zone and it's thicker in the middle like that, it's going to be stronger resistance. Stronger resistance. Okay, we're ready for that 10-minute on halt here, Mr. AOIS. AIOS. AIOS. There we go. Yeah, there you go. So like this level is going to be so important. Yeah, see, I hate when they do that too, like when it on halts below and then it pops like that. Because you're right on the verge of like either halting up or halting down. Is it halted up again at 27 now or what? Yeah, it's halted up at 26.99. uh yeah. I think for me, like in general, the idea is like if it goes below 25, they're gonna halt it down, but it doesn't always work like that though. Yeah. They said nope, that strategy isn't gonna work. Yeah. Damn, SPY still dropping from those Peter 0 DTE puts. Those would have been really nice. It's at the 200 EMA now though, but yeah. You took your monies, Josh? Okay, nice. I think Azul is maybe the only one that's still in this. Anybody else still holding AIOS? Azul is still celebrating monies in this one. He's still celebrating monies. Yeah. Yeah, KB, you're still in there. Desmond, you too. Nice, nice guys. just don't get bagged, please. Just don't get bagged. Yeah, Angel, that thing that this was like your one dip, pop, retest, curl, the breakout, no dips after that. Pretty impressive. Pretty impressive, and the volume is not honestly not that crazy. You know, the volume is really not that crazy. But when a stock has a low float like that, they can really just pump it without a lot of volume. Venezuela's oil exports climbed 14% to yeah. They knew what they were doing with that, Dan. They knew what they were doing. But hopefully, that's good for the country, right? Good for the people, and they're happy. Yeah, China knows how to pump stocks. When they pump, they pump. When they crash, they really crash. They know what they're doing. And then SOBR is holding off the bottom there, right? SOBR held that area. So the between the VWAP and the 200 EMA, it's a good little balance there, but obviously the volume is not that impressive anymore. So hopefully it stays above it. Yeah, so if you took that position at a dollar or slightly below, you're still green in the position for now, but it needs volume. It needs the juice. And then they rejected this one again off that supplies area, Michael. Right? They slapped it off the red area. This one's just been sitting here all day. It's holding the same base. So 26 has become a really good base for Q, but obviously $30 is also resistance. A can I don't know if a can is ever not going to keep pumping. This is another, and I mean this isn't a China stock, but it should be. I think it's looking for brand new highs again. Yeah, no, these guys are from the UK. A can from the UK. So the UK is making some monies today. It's very rare that we have a UK stock pumping. Very rare. Yeah, no, this is really nice. So obviously there's a double top here now, right below 79, but I don't think the stock really cares. Before the bell, it was 115 monster. I understand. But what like being at 115 before the bell, like what does that have to do with it being at 99 cents right now? Right? So Beyond Meat just looks like it's below the 200 and below the VWAP. Those are two pretty important indicators. Like I've said this so many times, the one good thing for Beyond Meat is that when it goes, when it drops into like the night, especially today, like into the 90s, it tends to go back up. Yesterday too, in after hours, right? Like it's bouncing up the 90s back above a dollar, but it's not really doing a whole lot, right? So, what's your position, Monster? Yeah, let's go, Jasmine. Let's go. I'm just listening. I'm green. I double my daily goal. I should never try for more, in my opinion. Yeah, right. If you've doubled your daily goal on a Friday, there's no need to push for more, unless you just want to paper trade and practice, Jasmine. And honestly, like nothing looks obvious right now, unless you're taking very small gambles with like less than half your usual positions with a really tight stop loss. You can just enjoy the rest of your day. You bought it at 80 cents. Nice job, Monster. Yeah, see, that's good. Right? That's a really good entry. Congratulations. What I would do in your position is I mean, I wish you took profits higher than a dollar, right? But I think your entry is really good. If I zoom out, you're gonna see that, right? Like look at this. I like your 80 cent entry, because this is a daily chart, by the way. This is a daily chart, and I really like that entry, right? So it initially ran from 50 cents all the way to $1.40, and then came back to to 80 cents, and then sat there for a few days, just sat there, and then eventually popped, right? So I like that entry. Yeah, it's halted down now. Yep, that's the scary thing, right? AIOS is halted down. This is why, honestly, on a name like this, you take those profits. Even if it goes higher, that's okay. Leave it alone, right? Because it's just a matter of time before you're panicking. So if you didn't sell that position, now you're in trouble. Hopefully not. But yeah, no, for Beyond Meat, good job on this. I would say since you're in at 80 cents, if I was in the same position, honestly, I just put a stop loss like right below 95 cents or something like that, and then hope that it keeps pushing up. Alrighty? Decide right below 90 cents, right below 95 cents, right? And then let's hope that it can keep pushing up. Yeah. Yeah. Josh took his monies. That's why the stock is going down. He took his monies. The stock said, "Oh, Josh is out. I guess I'm gonna go down too. I guess I'm gonna go down too." Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. I know a lot of you guys are still holding ISPC. It's just still just ranging up and down and up and down and up and down, up and down and up and down. AKAN is still failing at the same 79 area. So that's going to be the next level where if it breaks above that, I bet you people are going to get hyped again. Hyped again. Oh, that's right. Yep. So look at that beautiful bounce on SOBR. Nothing too crazy though, right? Nothing too crazy. But yeah, if you took a position around that circle area, right? Gamble, obviously, not bad. And then coming up to that $10, yeah. Type yes in the chat if you bought the dip on SOBR. I know a whole bunch of you guys did. Are you still in your position, Ali, or you sold already? Let's see. Dan says nope. Yeah, it's really nothing crazy, right? You know, but 10% is not, almost 10% is not bad at all. Mm, 109. Yeah, so obviously you're gonna have resistance at this level that was supposed to be support earlier, right? So it needs to reclaim $10. Work for an hour, Dylan. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. Today isn't the best day, It's not like things are exploding, so there's nothing wrong with that, Dylan. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, your first support in this thing, Omar, would be that night EMA, so like closer to $22, right? But like looking for support in this thing is just, when it's halting every candle like that, yeah, you can't really find support in this thing, not easily. But yeah, so the night EMA would be your first test for support. Yeah. Are you in a position already? Why do I get the feeling you're already in a position? SPY looks like it's bouncing back up. At least the PA is better today, Dan. Way better. Way better. Way better. Looks like a TLIH is back above $4 again. That thing is just a constant scalp machine. Oh, you have? Oh, interesting, Dan. What did your wife tell you? Oh my goodness. Spidey senses, Aaron. Yeah. Yeah, so 10-minute halt again on this stupid thing. I'm just daydreaming. I'm thinking of what time I want to do this class tomorrow. Uh, Look at that thing pop. Pole dance class. do, 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 do. Hmm. Damn. Yep. Damn. They said, I hope you took your monies at a double top, Dylan. Damn. The UK said, we need our taxes. Send our monies. It's halted down. Yep. They're like, well, you made money all week. It's Friday now. We're ready to take our money back. Sheesh. From 79 to 66. Nasty. Yeah, that's a nasty sell-off. Yeah. Dangerous. But again, it was a double top too, right? Double top, stalling, red zone, and slap. Crazy. Yeah, these guys are doing 10-minute halts now every time. That's why again, like sometimes people ask like how long. It depends, right? The halts can be 5 minutes, they can be 10 minutes. You don't always know. Yeah, yeah. CVID retest, and there goes the on halt on that last thing. So $22 on that on halt candle. Yeah, so 22. Let's see if it stays above 22, the 9 EMA, right, which is the level we mentioned. Right, if 22 doesn't hold, then which it doesn't quite look like it's holding. Right, like looking for support on this thing is going to be difficult because of the stupid halts. Because if that thing drops a bit more, they're going to halt it down again. But it looks like they're trying to hold 22 though. They're trying. 22 is holding. 22 is just the two and just the 9 EMA. Yeah, so 22 and then back to 24. Damn. Okay. Yeah, so this level right here, right? So every time a stock is extended like that on like and then it drops, your first line of defense is the blue line. Alrighty, It's halted up at 24.50 now. Yeah, it's halted up. Um, yeah, maybe. Malone, yeah, you can try it as long as it doesn't break through. You don't want to be shorting a name like this if it breaks through. You're gonna find out you don't have underwear on. In fact, you don't have any clothes on if you short it and it breaks out. So if it gets to the double top, right, make sure that it's stalling, and if it breaks through, you have to get rid of it because obviously this thing has no reason to. The price action on this doesn't always make sense. So, yep, yep. They said let's buy the dips. Beyond Meat, it's a 90. Yeah, 90. Yeah, 98. Looking a bit suspicious. SOBR just couldn't get back above that $1.10. Right. So good job on taking profits for some of you. Some reason every time we get close to this 450, they reject it on TLAH. It's nice how it keeps coming back up though. Just creating higher lows there is pretty nice. ISPC got rejected again. Just same resistance over and over again. And then AKAN and this one are both halted up. You took an entry, Austin? Okay. Yeah, so just make sure that it stays above that 22. Drink more water, or yeah, I know. I do need to drink more water. I drank some water this morning, and I've been slacking. Aiden, I do not. I don't remember. You want to give away a long time ago? I don't remember. Like 6 months ago? Oh, okay. Yeah, I do not remember. I don't even remember. Dan. Every time Dan shows up to the chat, I'm like, who's this person? Why is he annoying? And he was here yesterday, so I don't. Yeah, 6 months is a very long time. Josh, yep. A nurse, either way is fine. Yes. uh, I'm like, who's this guy? His wife needs to beat him up more. He's pretty annoying. Yeah, honestly, I don't even know what to say about INTC. Yeah, like INTC just been an absolute gem. Next time Trump says, we're buying this, you better just FOMO in. Join him in FOMO because that stock just hit brand new highs again today, right? Every day it's highs, highs, highs. So impressive. See, like I said earlier, though, or like I think this is what countries like this is what the government should be doing. You know what I mean? Invest in your own damn. Like stop charging people extra taxes, right? Take the monies that people pay for taxes, invest the monies, pump the stock like Trump just did, make money, and then give us tax cuts or something, you know? Yeah, like Trump, they invested $8 billion into this. It's worth, like it's worth almost closer to 40 billion now or something like that. You know, they just cooked. They cooked. That's a lot of money. They just need to keep doing that, and then pump the stock by themselves. We don't care. Buy and pump it. Make your own money that way. AIOS is unhalted, guys. So $25. Steven. Yeah. I mean, if they're gonna manipulate the market, they might as well invest in it and then manipulate the market and make money, right? We don't care. We don't care if they manipulate the market as long as they make money and then they don't charge us extra taxes. That's fine. Yeah, exactly, Josh, exactly. But instead, they're like, "Oh, we're raising taxes. We need to, we need to do this in the military. We need to do this on the roads. We need good health care." Yeah, that's fine, not a problem, right? Invest your monies though, and then, I mean, this is one investment. Can you imagine if the U.S. government invested in NVIDIA, AMD, all these big companies? Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Sheesh. They could give us, dividends every month. They're like, you know what? Here's a check. We're gonna send everybody a $2,000 check because we cooked. Yeah, cooked. Yeah, because we cooked. Canada just announced too that they are opening up a sovereign. Ooh, that is a nice pop on Q. That was a good bottom too. That was a very good bottom. So it looks like Q finally did something. Finally did something. Yeah, it's about time it did something. So good double bottom. This stock looked so good earlier this morning and then it just died at the open. So it's finally coming back. The Q. And then AIOS is looking like it wants to go back for that double top. Mm, here comes 27. So it's looking for the breakout again. Is it? No, not quite yet. Not halted. Yeah, that was a glitch at Zoo. Yeah. Yeah, brand new highs of the day on this though. That dip to 22 was really nice, guys. Really, really nice. Type yes in the chat if you bought the dip at $22 for AIOS. I know some of you guys got into this. No, 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 no. Not bailout, a capital. Exactly, exactly, Will. Exactly, exactly. Same thing with, same thing with, with INTC. Yeah, make an investment in some of these companies. Can you imagine the US government buying the dips with us? Sheesh, we would never have dips. Never have dips. Fighting to DCA with the presidents. Ah, yeah. Block. Nice. Yeah. So you're hitting that double top, even though it made brand new highs. The candle never closed above, but really nice push. Congratulations if you got into this. 25 is cheaper but lower. Okay. Mm, 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 mm. Do, 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 do. Yeah. Nice little recovery for SPY. Mm, mm. Nice recovery. Uh, yep. SOBR is still trying to break out above $1.10, guys. Again, the good entry on this one, if you wanted to take a gamble, would have been closer to that dollar area. But yeah, it doesn't look horrible. It just needs more volume. And there goes brand new highs again for AIOS. So $29. $29. White lines and green candles. Yes. Yep, exactly. Now, if you bought that dip at 22 EMA, not the 22 EMA, the 9 EMA at $22, right? That was a good gamble. Now it looks like a good gamble, right? Initially, though, it looks scary, right? But the 9 EMA is always like the first test. When it's dropping like that, the first test is the 9 EMA. So now it's headed for $30. AIOS 200% run, guys. 210%. Sheesh. 210%. Azul is just pumping it, pumping it. Yeah, $30, $30 rejection there. 29.69. White lines and green candles. Looks like the more expensive stocks are doing good today, right? AKAN has done well. Um, Q's done well. AIOS obviously has done well. Today was today's a day of expensive stocks. Yeah, little baby curl of 60-day angel. You need a higher low or double bottom in this thing though, because that downtrend looks very strong. Yeah, it needs to break about $30 like in the next minute or so, or they're gonna slap that thing back down. So yeah, this candle is gonna be very important. Very, very important. Yeah. Yeah. People like selling at $30 though. Like all these round numbers, people like taking profits at anyways. So it's yeah. So again, like I said, this candle is gonna be very important. If this candle doesn't push, they're gonna slap it. This candle did make brand new highs though, and it's gonna make there goes $30. It's like right there. They're like, no, you shall not pass. It's like, can I go, please? Oh, there it is, $31. Yep. $31, guys, and then right back to 29.60, 29.80. Sheesh. Yeah, no, this candle was always going to be very, very important. Do or die. It did break above it, never closed above it though, so it still needs to close above. So $30 is still resistance. Yeah. Do you have an opinion, Jay? That has to depend on your entry on INTC, right? Like INTC has been a beauty, right? But at this point, it has to be extended. So in terms of like an opinion, it really depends. I think now $100 is going to be a pretty big wall to close above. If this thing closes above $100, stay back and relax, right? So again, it really depends on your entry at this point. Have you taken any profit so far, Jay? And what did you get in at? Let us know. Look at that rejection of $30, guys. Right? So $30 is not, you know, not really a surprise that it's failing at that level. So unless it closes above that level, you just expect it to get rejected. Oof, that's a big drop. That's a $3 drop. Yeah. AKAN? What happened, Winterfell? It's still in the same range, slowly. So that red candle is almost like a higher low, but I think honestly, you want this thing above 66. Above 66, then you're looking for 68. Yeah, see, and this one's holding above $30 really nicely. Now, Q. Jules, you watch Survivor, right? Do you remember that guy called Q on Survivor? That dude is so annoying. So annoying. So annoying. 47, wondering if I should. I think you should. I mean, honestly, at this point, Jay, right? I think even if you took if you took half of your gains, right? The rest is house money. You can say thank you very much, Mr. President, right? I'm basically writing half of the money for free. And then if INTC goes to $500, $500, guess what? Happy days. You're just smiling for the rest of your days. Free monies. This is the one thing you're gonna remember from from Trump. You're gonna be like, you know what? That guy wasn't so bad. He gave me monies. Yeah, free monies. That's like getting a stimulus check at this point. So, yeah, especially being in a 47 and then doubled. So, I think $100 is going to be a pretty solid resistance level, though. You can see how they keep rejecting up that level. So, at the end of the day, if it's holding above $100, cool, keep it, right? If it's not holding and it looks like it's struggling, you might have to secure some of those profits. I think so too, Josh. I think so too. I think so too. Yeah, it broke through, but that $30 is becoming resistance. No, 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 no. Yes. It's going to 500. I mean, anyways. Anyways. No, it's a long term investment for you. Your average is really, really good. So, whatever you do, you're going to be fine, right? Whatever you do, you're going to be fine. No, 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 no. No, I know you're kidding. Yeah. I know you're kidding. But yeah. So here we go again. Brand new highs of the day. $31 for AIOS. 31.50. That thing is cooking. $32 almost there on that candle. Today is a day for expensive stocks. This one's almost the same price as this one, Q. They need to catch up to a can. That's what they need to do. Mm, mm, mm. They need to catch up. $32 and brand new highs again. Yeah, this one's just a FOMO and exit and FOMO and exit type play. Okay. So that 22 was almost the beginning of like proper technicals on this. So retest the 9 EMA and then break out above that level, right? That 2750. But then look at what happened after that. It almost looked like it came back down to retest that breakout, right? So this resistance right here, right? That resistance now became like the bouncy level. And then obviously $30 would be your next retest level if we do want to retest. Yeah, Beyond Meat just looked like a POS today. POS. Beyond Fake Meat. Beyond Fake Meat. That thing has so much social media hype. Beyond Meat. I don't know where that hype comes from, but I will believe the hype if it ever breaks above $1.50. And I'll be like, you know what? Maybe. I'm surprised SoFi isn't running as. I was expecting SoFi to be pumping. What's SoFi doing? I think SoFi is a good long-term investment. One of those that could explode but could also go to zero. Zero or hero. That's what SoFi is like. But I think it could do well. Surprised it's not flying. At least it's green though. Uh, is it going well? So I like I said earlier, I want to see that thing close back above 50, 60, 65, 66. If it does, then yes. Then your next obstacle is going to be 68, right? For now, I would say it looks pretty weak still. Make sure it stays above $60. Yeah. Well, I personally like it, which is why, I posted it and whatnot. I think it's a good long term investment. Especially after today, Will, when people are like, oh my gosh, number two is not working. Oh my gosh, wow. That's the only reason why I said that. Not because I don't believe in it, because I think it's a good long term. To me, it is, right? So I bought it. Um, yeah, I think it is. But you never know with these banks, right? Never know. Yeah. Let's go. Yes, sir. Too many times it has. The only time I bought SoFi was initially around 15, 16, and then it went all the way to the 20 or something like that. And then they reported earnings and then it came back down. So then I bought options again, Will. So I really haven't felt the disappointment in SoFi, but I understand now. I definitely understand. Yeah, SoFi hasn't disappointed me yet. Hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully not. Let me take a look at SoFi. Yeah, it's having some nice green candles here, though. Look at that. Having some nice little green baby candles. Yeah, but it needs to do better than that. It needs to get back about $20. Have a great weekend, Jay. Get some rest so you're not cranky on Monday. No, I won't be cranky on Monday. I was definitely cranky today. No, as the day goes on, you can tell. Like it's just, yeah, it's cranky in the morning. Not anymore though. Yeah, monster. Hopefully, yeah, your entry is still good, which is a good thing. So just make sure you don't end up, holding that thing from green to red, please. He did. Yes, yes. So retest of the 30 area here for AIOS. That's a nice recovery from SPY. Yeah, so AKAN needs to give us something other than a downtrend because it's clearly on a downtrend, right? So it needs to break out of that downtrend. So Q is retesting $30 and AIOS is halted down below $30. Yeah, it's halted down at 28.74. Halt down. Okay. Mm, do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. On okay, you're down on a can. Okay, yeah, you're definitely gonna need that thing to anyone hearing news on ARVN? No. ARVN. No. Do, 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 do. The first X date, record date. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. And SPY looks nice. That was a pretty nice recovery. The trend is clearly really strong on SPY, so every dip is getting bought up. But now every dip is getting bought up, and it looks like this one's holding the 50 EMA and the $30 area. Hmm. No, no, no. One share though. So yeah. I think when you play with stuff that's this expensive, you definitely, and it's been running all week. At the end of the week, right? If this stock had to crash, when do you think it would crash? At the end of the week, after running all week from $3 last week to this now, right? So yeah, so that's why like it's nice that you only took a single share. But now again, just watch that 60 there for some support. Hopefully it stays above it. Spy just got slapped there. Slapped. Slapped. Mm-mm. They said hello, welcome. Hello and welcome. Yeah, it does look like it's consolidating a little bit though. Will be increased to 25%. Trump is still on this tariff stuff. Come on, Trump. What's with this? What's it like? Anyways, the other one's on halted too. Back to $30. I will be increasing tariffs charged to European Union for cars and incoming. Okay. Anyways, I don't know. They'll figure it out. But I thought the Supreme Court said the tariffs were illegal, so he couldn't do that anymore. So what's changed? Yeah, what's changed there? Mm-mm. He doesn't care and will do it anyways. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, INTC is still sitting at $99, so everybody's taking some profits at 100. I guess. Yeah, Jasmine. So I don't know. Maybe they're doing it differently this time. Either way, we're just, there's nothing we can do about it. We're just here, and whatever they do, they do. We try and make our own monies, you know? Thank you, Jules. Thank you. Absolutely. Always. Absolutely. Yeah, no, I definitely, yeah. Yes, nice red. On that last dip there, good job. Yeah, are you liking the, are you using the future site on the prop shop? Is that what you're doing? Oh yeah, the $19 one. Okay, good, 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 good. Yeah, that's good. That is good. SOBR could just not like it just couldn't break out, guys. If you were holding this one, right? Like it just couldn't get above this level, which is the level that it needed to break above to get moving, and now it's slowly dipping again. So some of these names have been very, very annoying today. On Yeah, there you go. Yeah, no, the futures people seem okay. I think which is futures is what they had initially, right? So before they added stocks, so which is why they have an easier time with futures because they've had more time to work on it. Copy and so. Do you think you can keep it overnight? Depends. It depends. It depends what this looks like at the end of the day. All right. I think your focus for now should be all about moving your stop loss up. And if it hasn't hit at the end of the day and it still looks good, then you can sell some and then keep some. Alrighty. So don't make that decision now though. It's way too early to be making that decision for overnight. Because if the stock is crashing at the end of the day, like why would you keep it? Right. So for now it looks good. It's holding the levels. Right? It's holding the levels, it's doing its thing, it looks nice, right? So if it keeps behaving like this into the end of the day, then you could definitely, keep some and sell some. Alrighty. That's why. Yeah. Uh, yep, exactly. Yeah, there are a few IPOs coming out today. Um, okay, there we go. Uh, 28.32. Nice. Very nice. AKAN is yeah. See, this is what I mean, right? Like this thing is clearly on a downtrend now, and it looks very weak, very very weak, right? Being below the 200 and the VWAP is a pretty big red flag, pretty big red flag. So yeah, look at that, right? Especially on a Friday like this, you want to be very careful with this now, right? The low of the day on this thing, when the market opened, it found a triple bottom around 54. So that would be your next little base there if this demand zone doesn't hold. Alrighty. So, and if it breaks below this level, you would think that it's done for now. Maybe continuation next week, but can't really tell. Hmm. Where is it expected to reach? There isn't an expectation, right? There never should be an expectation for a stock because that's how you end up, holding on too long. So, like I said earlier, put a stop loss on this thing and keep moving it up, right? Or keep scaling out if you need to. Right now, it looks good. But if you have something in mind, like, okay, I'm waiting for it to get to $50, what if it doesn't get there? So, good job. Good job, Mohammed. Good job. Crazy, right, Dara? Crazy, crazy. Craziness. INTC looks like it's going for $100 again. And that Q is still just chilling around $30. Stack is slowly S8 stack. Any way to grow a 5K account with day trading? I have over a year of struggling and losses. Yeah, like a 5K account is a pretty good account size. Like that is a pretty good account size. Right? Like you can consistently do like 200, $300 a day, like a paycheck type of like gains with the 5K account. Right? Like think of all these stocks we play with, right? Let's say you get into SOBR at $1, right? Let's say you buy just 1,000 shares, right? 1,000 shares, you don't have to go all in. You never should be going all in anyways. So that's gonna cost you $1,000, right? If that thing goes from $1 to $1.10, or it went all the way to a double top, right? From $1 to a double top at $1.26, let's just say $1.20, right? That's $200 already on $1,000, right? So sometimes you feel like you need a big account and you need to be going all in all the time. Yeah, learn risk management before spending real money. Exactly, Will, right? So get the right education, right? Good education, the right tools, paper trade if you need to. Start small and you're gonna be okay. Right? Like $5,000 is a pretty nice account size. Very, very nice account size. Yeah. Only if they give us free accounts to give away, red. Only if they come to us and they're like, hey, here's some free accounts for your members, and then we'll be like, okay, we'll take a look. You know? Yep, exactly. Olga, let's go. Love that. 28 to 31. Good job, Olga. Good sell too. Yeah, if I have a room, there's nothing wrong with that. Right? I think if you're losing money, reduce. Yeah, knowledge is king. Exactly. Right? If you're losing a lot of monies, it's most likely because you don't have the right, like, you most likely don't have, like, you just don't have a strategy, the right education, the right of anything, right? So that's your job. When you're new to the market, your job is to learn, right? This is your job now, right? This is a job that can pay you a lot of money. So do you think it's going to test you? Hell yeah, it's going to test you. Is it going to try and take all your 5K? Yeah, it's going to try and take all your money. So do you think you have to put in a lot of work? Hell yeah, right? You can, like, you can make more money trading stocks. Right, once you're at a nice level and you're comfortable, you can make more money. Even if you're not good at trading stocks, you can get lucky sometimes and you can make more money than a doctor does in a day, right? So, like, and again, do you see how much work you have to put in to become a doctor, right? So maybe it's worth putting in the work, right? So take your time, start small, right? Paper trade if you need to. Even if you have $5,000, do $500 trades. $500 trades, max $1,000 trades, right? What you're really working on is strategy, 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 right? If I take a whole bunch of trades, like which of them are working and which of them are not working? Okay, now let me look at the ones that are working. Can I find something that they have in common, to see if I can start building a strategy, right? Okay, the ones that are not working, what do they have in common? You start to like educate yourself like that, right? Slowly, 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 you know? And then eventually you're like, you know what? I think I have something here. Yeah. I think I have something here. Yeah, nice little pops and stack here. A nice little push. It looks like a candid bounce of that demand zone. So hopefully it stays above. Hopefully. If this thing makes brand new lows, then it's done. For now, hopefully it doesn't do that. Hopefully it does not do that. Jasmine, have a wonderful weekend. Alrighty. Have a wonderful weekend. See you next week. AG, you sold at 120. Congratulations. Congratulations. Do, do, do. Yeah, there you go, Jay. There you go. Yeah, really no need to rush it, guys. No need to rush it. It's hard though. Like it's really hard because you see people making a lot of money. I feel jinxed by number twos. Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Um, yeah, it's funny though. That number two thing started as a joke but then became a real thing, right? But yeah, the last 2 days it didn't work. Well, I mean, my Wi-Fi glitched there for a second. I was like, "What the hell is going on? What is going on?" Nice push. I- So, Jerry, I hope you took some profits on this thing and you had a stop loss. Like, look at how many times we failed here. Look at this, Jerry. Right? One, two, three, four. Same level, right? And that goes all the way across. So, and now it looks super, super weak, and it's at the double bottom here. So, you're gonna have a bit of support here at 570. I don't know how strong that level is. I think maybe they want to go down to that golden pocket. So, 570 is your first base here, and then 550. So watch those two levels. But again, like you know, um, double, triple tops, right? Yeah. Um, no, I think I was saying like even if you got into that number two, when it was posted in Discord, you made some monies before it hit the double top. That would be nice, Ali. I think we need it. This week was good but slow. We need to cook next week. We need to cook next week. Yeah, this was a scalp week. This was the type of week where like you're just locking in gains here and there. Next week we want to be in that one stock that runs, from like 0 to 1 million. That's it. We're not really asking for too much, you know? Just boom skis. I took profits at 645. 645. Okay, good. Good. That was good. But you wanna jump back in if it bounces. Yeah. Yeah, give it a second to see if it, so 570 is support, so give it a second to see if it holds. Alrighty. If you're getting a higher low on this, then yes. If not, let it go to 550. Alrighty. Yeah. And then another thing, if you guys spam ISPC in Disco when it's going up, you better say when you sell that damn thing, because people follow you, which is why we don't like like spamming when a stock is dropping like this, right? Because someone will follow you that's new and not make a decision. So be very careful. Alrighty, that's all. Yeah, be very careful when you spam stuff because someone will follow you and yeah, because some of you guys were selling at the top there, but some people will stay in there while it's dropping. Did you determine class time tomorrow, Frank? Frank, I think we're gonna do. I'm gonna post it later. Uh, what indicator am I using? It's called the Bull Bear Algo, but it's a private indicator, so you won't be able to see it unless you buy it. So it's private. Uh, yeah, I'll post it in Discord later today, Frank. But I'm thinking like the afternoon. I'm thinking afternoon, Frankie, like 4 p.m. Eastern time. What do you guys think? 4 p.m., 4 p.m. ish, 5 p.m. ish, 3 p.m. ish Eastern in the afternoon. What do you guys think? Yeah, I think I'm busy till I'm free in the morning, busy till 2 p.m. Robert says morning class, please. Morning class, please. Do, 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 do. Yeah, I can do a poll too if you guys want. We can do a poll. So ISPC is holding that 570 for now, right? The 570 is holding. 570 on the left hand side is like a mini double bottom. That's why it's holding that level. Yeah. No, the class should be recorded. Yeah, we can do a poll. I think I can do a poll and stream here. Yeah. No, 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 no. So that would be 8. I don't think the poll starts for you guys, does it? Can you guys like, does it let you vote on the poll or does it just show the damn poll? Oh, it just says type 1 or 2 in the chat. Oh, okay, okay, I see. Then it's gonna pick it up from there. So you can vote. You can vote by typing 1 or 2. You can see on the bottom, like right there. It says class time, right? So 10:30 a.m. Eastern. Yeah. So and then you can see how it fills it, right? Dan says three. uh, do. So let me know. Yeah. There's only two votes. Well, there's three votes because Miss Tony said, yeah. Just a Q&A class for the Discord members. So we do classes on the weekends. So yeah, the class would just be a Q&A, guys. Like if you have any questions, anything you're struggling with, I regret to inform you I will not be attending. Dan's gonna be busy snoring, you know? Damn, that's everybody wants the mornings. Okay, then we'll do the morning then. So yeah, 10:30 a.m. Eastern. That's 8:30 in the morning for me. Yeah, should be okay. Can we vote more than once? I'm kidding. Yes. Yeah. Okay, so I will post that in Discord. Alrighty. Yeah, this one's looking okay. Stack, not horrible. I'll send it right now. So yeah, 10:30 a.m. EST. Damn, everybody really wanted just the mornings. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah. No, that should be okay. It's not a problem at all. You guys are still voting one? Yes. Yes, you win. You win 100%. Can someone just vote for number two just so number two can say we had a chance, you know? Number two never had a chance. Again, so keep in mind it's a Q&A, guys. So it's not one of those classes where we come with a presentation. Yeah, see, that's better. See? Yeah, at least number two is like, you know what? No, I think the system's pretty smart, Dan. Once you put a vote in, it knows that that's Dan. It's not gonna take any more from you. It's not taking any more from you, Dan. It's like no. Yeah, yeah. No, seriously, too. Yeah, no. Yeah, the morning is gonna win. Again, you can always rewatch it. It detected your rubbish. Yeah. Again, just make sure if you have any questions, guys, like if there's anything you're struggling with, this is the class to bring those questions. Alrighty. Most of the time, we're doing what we want to do anyways, right? Like the last class was a psychology class. Actually, no, the last class was an algo class, right? The class before that was a psychology class. The class before that was a technical class, right? So usually we're doing what we want to do, where we think you need to learn, right? So every so often there's a Q&A. So then you get to ask questions. So I'm not going to come with like a presentation or anything like that. This is going to be more for you guys to say, I'm struggling with this. What do I do with this? I took this trade at this price. What do I do with this next time? Like whatever questions to, I'm gonna, with the margin account, with the new rule, like how does that change things for me? Um, how do I trade pre-market? How do I set up my charts? Okay, I don't understand this about the algo. Like any questions you have, that's the time to ask. Alrighty. So, and if there are no questions, then we could just enjoy the Saturday. We could just hang out, and talk about cookies and roast Dan. Since he's not going to be there, we can roast him. Roast him. Uh, uh, there you go. Jericho, thank you for the one-on-one. Do you have a class that how to slap yourself harder? uh, no, Jericho and I had a one-on-one yesterday. And yeah, and Jericho was doing some things, he was doing some things that he didn't like that I didn't like. So we had to slap him a little bit. Let's go, Jericho. No, sometimes you need that. Every so often you need that. Um, yeah. And hopefully today is a better day, Jericho. Monies. Will it be bad if you shorted around 127 the entry? No, so that's not bad. You just make sure it doesn't break above. If it breaks above 128, then you need to close it. If it breaks above that top there, you need to close the position because then you're dealing with the breakout. So it's not bad as long as it doesn't break out. Alrighty, I think I missed another question. Send it to me on Twitch. So send you one on Twitch. The algo? T? Yeah, exactly. Do you have another indicator changing your bar color, or is it the algo? No, so that's the algo. Uh, that's the algo. Actually, I think I did at some point. Hopefully, I don't. I don't think I have it on anymore. I think I deleted it. So that should just be the algo. Yeah, it's just the algo for now. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's just the algo. Yeah. So Mulun, did you short the then thing at 127? If you did, that's a good short. That's a very good short. It's better than Benjamin could do. Benjamin doesn't know how to do that. Benjamin only knows how to short at the bottom and then the stock goes up. At least you're shorting at resistance. Yeah. So way better than Benjamin, that's for sure. Way better. Let's go, Red. Let's go. Yeah, you won with a nice little pump. Damn, look at this. Look at SOBR. SOBR has just been in the same area. The good thing here, though, is that it's holding. It's been holding this $1 level the whole time, which is perfect. I know some of you guys are still in this one, but yeah, super, super annoying. But at least it's holding them. Uh, you won with a nice little push then. Just doesn't have enough volume though. That's 21,000 shares. Like that's just not enough volume, but see if it can do anything else. AKAN is still holding 60, which is good. ISPC is looking pretty weak, very weak. Golden pocket, very weak. Right? So you guys see why we always yell like, hey, if a stock is going to change the trend, it needs to give you a double bottom or it needs to give you a higher low. That's not exactly what's happening. Initially, it curled because it was support, right? It curled up this level because it was support. But then when it comes down the second time, you need that double bottom or you need the higher low. If not, it's rubbish, right? No, 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 no. Yeah. So watch that golden pocket there next. See, golden pocket seems to be a lot of selling here at lunchtime. Let me take a look at NVTS. I'll take a look. Okay. I know we said that we were waiting for whatever level. I'm not sure why we put that circle there, but I think we said we wanted to see like a retest of the breakout. Also, that thing's up 3% today. So yeah, I think this gamble for this thing, Waleed, would have been. I think you asked this question yesterday or the day before or whatever, right? And we said $15. I think, right? So $15 as more of a psychological retest level. Now it's up 3%. So I think you're just gonna have to wait a second here. Yeah. I was gonna say earlier, the type to waste your time. Seriously, seriously. Unless you're okay with like little quick, 5% scalps, Angel. Yeah. No, 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 no. Trump is, yeah, yep. Trump is like, hey, this is enough. I gave you guys enough. Time for some puts. Time for some puts. Yeah, this one's yeah. I think the level to hold for this one is between that 2650 and 2550. So that little dollar range there, if it can stay above it for AIOS, then it's completely okay still. So it's holding, trying to consolidate. Still trying to figure out what would be a good, yeah. Just speak up. Just again, the only thing to keep in mind with shorts is look for resistance. If it breaks resistance, get out quick. If you short a stock and it breaks out of resistance and you stay there, that thing could destroy you. Destroy you. Yeah, we just had that up, MJ, you one, and it needs more volume, right? It definitely needs more volume because that volume is 26,000 shares. I'm not quite sure why this one's getting so much hype. I honestly don't know why. I really don't know why it's getting so much hype. Unless there's a catalyst here that we're missing. Unless there's a catalyst here that we're missing, honestly. Um, yeah, I think I see why. I see why this one's getting a lot of hype. It's because of the float. That's why. That's the only reason why it's getting this much hype. Look at that float, right? Everybody's looking around and saying, okay, you know what? All the other stocks that are exploding, AKAN, AIOS, super low floats, right? Look at the float for this one, super low float, right? The problem is it doesn't have the volume yet, so it needs more volume. If the volume kicks in, then yeah, I saw that too, MJ. Just no news though. Just no volume, right? The news is there, the float is there. It's 26,000 shares now, so this is probably a specific group of people trading this right now. If it breaks out, then yeah. Yeah. So you're better off just setting an alert for a breakout for now. And then hopefully this one's the next one to cook. Yeah, SOBR, look at that, right? Super, super annoying. It's just up and down, up and down, up and down, in, out, because that thing is gay. Anyways, yeah, so if it can break above 650 here with some volume, 650, 660, then it might be ready for a push. So this is something to keep an eye on it in case it eventually fits the theme and starts to move. Can is still holding 60, which is good. So, and then Q is still looking very nice, very very nice. Testing a bit of a double top here at 32.20, but still looking good though. Mm, mhm. Okay, let's do another 10 minutes or so, guys, and then we'll hop off and go back to Discord. MG, did you get in on this one already? Is it a good spot to buy NBTS for quick pop? Whitewater, you're not the first person to ask that. Again, we said this yesterday or the day before. $15 would have been that first gamble, and then 12. I think you were the one asking. Oh, I don't know who it was, uh, but yeah. So at this point, you're better off waiting for a break above 1750 before you do anything else. If it breaks above 1750, you might be ready for more, a push to the highs again. Alrighty, but yeah, 10 more minutes or so, guys, and then we'll hop off and go back to Discord. So this one needs volume. It has hype, but it doesn't have the volume. The volume is coming in though, right? But it doesn't change the fact that it still needs to break out. So if it can break out, cool. Then everybody's going to be all over this. 599 is the entry. Yeah. Okay. 599. Yeah, you were in a while ago. Yeah. So that is okay. Yeah, I saw those IPOs this morning, Vena. But then I'm like, you know what? These IPOs really they're not really doing anything crazy lately, anyways. So what's the point, right? Yeah. So we had three IPOs today. It looks like yeah, COAG is live. Right, not a bad price. Just the damn things are not really doing anything. Yeah, Trump is really trying to crash the markets at the end of the week, isn't he? Like, why, dude? Why? Why? See, this whole time Trump was quiet, the markets were fine. And then all of a sudden he's back to his old ways. No, 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 no. Yeah. And then the volume needs to come in on this MJ. The spread needs to get a little bit better because that spread is still like 15-20 cents. 15-20 cents. That can be dangerous. Trump has been tweeting. He's been tweeting. He said he's not happy with Iran's proposal. Yeah. And they're talking about potential strikes in Iran, blah blah blah. So obviously the market doesn't like that. Obviously not. SOBR really is just a waste of time. Just unless, like I said, you like 5% scalps. ISPC, rubbish. Rubbish. Lunchtime slowness. Yeah. No excuses. I've got some. Yeah. Always yapping, Dan. Always yapping. Always yapping. We will tell, we'll say that he's done better because he hasn't been yapping as much, and the markets have done well. So we need him to. It's Friday. Come on, Trump. Go play golf or something. Go enjoy the sunshine. I went for a walk yesterday. The weather was so nice. So nice. So nice, guys. So nice. I was like, oh, Christmas. Look at this. Maybe the weather isn't as nice now, but yeah, look at that. So nice. Beautiful. Yeah, 16 degrees. Tomorrow looks very nice too. Ooh, wee. Tomorrow's going to be my first time playing soccer outside for the year. So that's going to be nice. Summer is here. Summer is here. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, the weather is very nice. 61 is cold? No. I mean, it depends. It's relative though. When you go from negative to 61, it feels like like heaven. Like heaven. Indoor soccer? Yeah. I played yesterday and then tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be outside. Yesterday was the last time inside. Let's go, Raven. Ayo. Have a wonderful weekend, Raven. Yeah, don't forget to smash a like, guys, before you go. You guys have the same weather today? Good. We finally caught up. Good, good, good. I like the fact that it's going to be super sunny tomorrow. Super sunny. And in the 70s. 70s? Oh my days. Oh my days, Dan. That's like, 20 is like the perfect weather, like the sunshine and 20. It's not too hot, definitely not cold. It's like the perfect weather. 27 Celsius in Saudi? Oh, wow. Yeah, 27, I don't mind. Don't mind at all. Don't mind. That's good weather as well. I wish it was half and half, or like 3 months of cold, 6 months, or the rest. Yeah. Time for Vegas. Yeah. No, this is exciting. I'm excited. For some of you, this is every day, For me, I like it. Yeah. I'm definitely gonna go for a walk today. And then go grocery shopping. Yeah. Oh wow. You know? The way you come up with this stuff so quickly, Dan, is impressive. I get the music, but still. That is pretty impressive. Ah, yeah. Strong women? Where? In Vegas? They definitely do. They have Russian that pretend to be women. Yeah, Russian men. Mm, 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 mm. Anyways, let me know if you have any last questions, guys. Last questions, and then we will hop off and continue in Discord already. So let me know if you have any last questions. Again, we'll do a Q&A tomorrow morning at 10:30 a.m. Eastern time, always Eastern, in the Legend Voice channel. So you just have to join the Legend Voice tomorrow morning. Alrighty, so Legend Voice, not the Legend Pro, Legend Voice, tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern. Cool? And then write down your questions, bring your questions, and we'll go through questions, and other people will learn from your questions too. Yeah. Dan has them, Sky. Dan has them. I deleted those damn pictures from my phone. I'm like, no, I can't have this stuff in my phone. Can't have this rubbish. Yeah, exactly, Kevin. Exactly. Fremont Street. Yep. Uh, okay. What's the update? There's no update. It's the same thing. Look at this, right? Ajit, look at this. SOBR has been going back and forth in this stupid range. There's nothing's changed. From like 98, 99, $1, close to $1.10, back down, back up, back down. So if this thing wants to go, it obviously needs to break to the upside. So nothing's really changed. Anyone fly Q on the OTC, Chino? No. Yeah, no, I stay away from the OTC. Some people play with it though. Yeah, it actually looks okay, Chino. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't look horrible. Are you in it? Does not look horrible. 5:30. Have a great weekend as well, Kevin. Have things to do. Okay, sounds good. Have a wonderful afternoon. Have a wonderful weekend. I think we'll leave it here for the day, guys. And then we'll continue on Discord. Hopefully, the after hour, afternoon is a little bit more chaotic. ARVN with announces FDA approval. Blah 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 blah. Okay. ARVN FDA. Take a look. But yeah, have a wonderful weekend, everybody. Be safe. Much love. Thank you all very much, as usual. Um, Alrighty. Again, be safe this weekend. Have a good weekend. Get some rest. And we'll continue in Discord this afternoon, obviously. And then let's hope we have a good afternoon and then good after hours. This one is definitely a candidate for some boom skis. Right. So we'll keep an eye on this one. As soon as we say that, it's like, oh, let me pop a little bit. Right. So we'll keep a really close eye on this one here for a breakout, right? Uh, so this one needs to find a base above 650 first. Alrighty. So like I said, this one's definitely a candidate for boom skis this afternoon. Definitely a can. Ooh, okay. Wow. Getting MJ is smiling. MJ, I can see your smile all the way from Canada, through the clouds. Through the clouds, MJ. Yeah, it needs. I still feel like it needs to consolidate a little bit above the 650. Yeah, I know, MJ. Yeah, this time you're holding. Yeah, right. It needs to find a way to consolidate above this level first, right? The usual retest, find a base, and then go from there. Yeah, good job, MJ. Yeah, your entry was very good because you played the news all the way down there, anyways, and so that's way better than 650. La, na, 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 la, na, 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 la, na, 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 la, na, 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 na. Alrighty, so we'll keep an eye on this one into the afternoon, and then go from there. Cool. So it might just be coming back for a retest. Uh, no, this isn't halted up red. The float is like 400,000 shares or something like that, AK, which is why it has hype. See you in Discord, T Chino. See you. Much love, Dan. Enjoy. Thank you very much. Reach the sky. Yes. Have a wonderful weekend as well, Dan. Much love. Where do you sign up for one and one? The one-on-one level is sold out for now, Jax. Send me a DM in Discord. I'll put you on the wait list. Alrighty. So the one-on-one is sold out. It's that level that says Gold VIP, sold out. So that's how you sign up for the one-on-ones. But yeah, send me a DM in Discord. Have a great weekend, Brian, Frankie, Frank. Thank you. See you in Discord. Oh, the other class is halted. Okay. Yeah, like I said, it needs to come back for a retest and consolidate above 650. Like it needs to find a base above 650. That's the more important thing here for this stock. It needs to show us some proper price action. Alrighty, so we'll keep an eye on this and then go from there. Anyways, again, have a wonderful weekend, everybody. We'll see you guys in Discord and Monday. Smash a like before you go if you haven't already, please. Bye for now. Bye, guys. See you, AK. Much love. Bye, Red. Bye, guys.